morning, friends. It's still technically morning when I'm filming this. I feel like I haven't said that a lot this Vlogmas. I used to start all my videos like that. You remember? Anyway, today we're gonna bake at least one batch of cookies. I was hoping to bake two, but the morning's already gotten away from us. But it's winter break and we're just taking it easy. I spent a couple hours in our PJs this morning. We took Winnie for a nice walk and I made the kids some hot chocolate because now apparently whenever we go outside in winter, we have to have hot chocolate when we come back in. No, it's all right because it's all part of the winter break experience. But we're gonna make peanut butter surprise this morning. And the recipe is actually on my Pinterest. I will link it below. I am just simply swapping out earth balance sticks for the butter. Everything I'm following the rest of the recipe exactly. It's really bright. Look how like fluffy and frazzled my hair looks this morning. So I'm still using the eggs. I'm doubling the recipe because I'm hoping to package up a couple little treat tins for our local family. I haven't used my stand mixer basically since we moved in. I've been really enjoying just the beating things by hand. The kids really like it, but also I think because I'm doubling this recipe and we haven't used it for a while, I just felt like using it. So it's a very simple recipe. I mean, most cookie recipes are that are like standard cookie recipes. Brown sugar, eggs, butter, in this case butter, substitute peanut butter. Make sure your peanut butter is soft if you keep it in the fridge like I do. Baking powder, salt, flour. And then an important tip is to chill your peanut butter cups until it's time to pop them in, because this is a recipe where you have to bake the cookies for a little bit and then you take them out, pop the peanut butter cups in. I'll show you when it comes time, and then put them back in the oven just for a couple more minutes. We're making the peanut butter surprise cookies today. Can you make some room for Cece too? Yeah. Okay, so we are going to whisk together. We're going to use the big mixer today. Wow. We haven't used that in a while.
Is this the one egg? Could we like...
No, it's got eggs in it. But guess what? We're going to have cookies tonight. Fresh cookies. Okay?
Fresh cookies? Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but keep it in the bowl, Donnie.
Then one heavy.
Okay, now let Cece have a turn.
I'm gonna make a potion. And just to make our chicken really fast.
Yeah, the mixer mixes it really fast, right?
Oh.
Okay, good. That looks right. All right, let's move to the other side now. Do the rolling and putting it in the sugar. Okay. This is what the dough looks like. It's a bit sticky, but it actually like holds to itself really well. It's hard to explain. And then I roll it out using this specific scooper. This is a 1 3/4 inch scoop, I believe. It makes it the perfect size to pop the peanut butter cups in. So you roll it in sugar, so it's coated in granulated sugar.
Yeah?
Yeah, good. And then, ooh, they are very soft. And then we're gonna put them on the sheets. Mama's gonna make it into this kind of little shape here. All right, oven is at 350. By the way, that really dirty looking thing is my pizza stone. It's supposed to look like that. And honestly, I leave it there all the time. Put baking sheets right on top of it. And it doesn't appear to affect anything. Oh boy, we gotta go manage a situation, hold on. So we've got our chilled peanut butter cups, sweetheart. You can't stand here, I'm opening the oven. Can you back up a little bit? Good beeping. Oh, they spread more than I'm used to them spreading. Okay, so they're a little looser than historically. Watch out, hot. Don't touch, please. Now, the trick is put these in as quick as possible. And then you pop them back in the oven. Watch out, this is very hot right here, sweetheart. Mama's gonna do this part, okay? Because I just don't want anybody burning themselves. Don't touch that, okay? It's making me nervous that you're sitting there. Just don't keep your hands to yourself. You can watch, yes. They're gonna go back in the oven.
You're doing that.
This is how we make the surprise. They're called peanut butter surprise cookies because they have a peanut butter cup surprise on the inside. The trick is to get these back in the oven as quick as possible And I'm gonna switch which one's on which level of the oven, as I would alternate baking in any normal recipe as well. When they go back in, I'm gonna set the timer for 5 minutes. All right, let's take a look. Oops, I put those in kind of crooked. They look pretty freaking fantastic. I'm gonna give them another 30 seconds. So they're a little bigger than I remember, which is interesting. Did I use it different? No, I've used the same scoop for years, but I haven't used the earth balance. I don't think I've made this recipe with the earth balance, so maybe that's why. I don't know, they still look good, but they're like massive cookies. So of course you want to let them cool down all the way, but then I also pop mine in the fridge maybe for about 20 minutes so the chocolate hardens, otherwise it doesn't really. You can see they've just been in for about 20 minutes and they're perfect. And then store them at room temperature. Well, hello. I thought we'd open some mail because this is some of my gifts to the kids for Christmas and a couple of other things. I honestly am not sure. Yeah, let's open it. This, Hannah Anderson, I've talked about them before. I buy a lot of CC's dresses there. I have over the years. They were having a sale on $25. Pajamas for $25. These are normally like $40 or $50 pajamas, I think. They are not in 46. They're normally $46 on sale for $25. So Donnie is like busting out of his 2Ts. Hannah has different sizing. These are, well, it says 2T, yeah, 3T. So I bought him some 3Ts. Let's open these up. Right now he's wearing the hand-me-downs from CC, the 3T in the Christmas pajamas that I saved from CC, you know, a couple years ago, and they fit him perfect. So I went ahead and got him some. These are for after Christmas, essentially. These are a little Christmassy, I guess, a little maybe just wintry. But he loves trains right now. He's really into trains and trucks and very standard little boy things, I guess, not to be like really gender specific there. He also loves wearing dresses and jewelry. So, I mean, you know, we just go with it. But these little Mickey ones I thought really cute. And then look at these train ones. 25 bucks. What is this? This is underwear. Is this weird to show you? So I, as pretty much all of you have been watching Vlogmas now, I got a Peloton. It's been 3 weeks now. And I love it. You definitely have to have some, how do I say this in a nice way? Nether regions management, proper leggings or shorts or whatever you wear, proper undergarments are essential, and I'm learning as I go. And so I bought these Under Armour Pure Stretch. I asked a couple of friends who ride frequently, and I went to the internet and looked at the forums, and a lot of people suggested these. I'll give you a look. They're like a synthetic. This is so weird holding my underwear up on the camera. They're like a synthetic, like no show thong, but they're supposed to be really good quality, really good wicking. And I did see a comment the other day, somebody being like, you should shower right after you work out. Sometimes, I mean, I prefer to. Sometimes I literally don't have time. And if I have to make a choice between sacrificing my workout altogether or working out so I can get to the store, whatever I have to do in the time that I'm allotted, I'll do it. But I always change my bottoms right after I bike if I'm not, if I'm sweating profusely, right? I change my undies and I change my pants. So in the video where that person commented, you couldn't see me from the bottom down, but I was wearing completely different bottoms and clean, dry undergarments, because you just got to take care of that area. And I will say that it makes a big difference when you have the right clothing and you follow your own protocols that you have found works for you and your body. For me, just changing out of, I wear these Lululemon leggings. I really like the Wonder Trainers. Really like them. They're perfect for high sweat activities. And I've been using just like cotton underwear, but I think these, and it's been okay, but I wanted to even take it a step further. So I'm gonna give those a try. I'll report back if they work. But like I said, if I can't shower right away, I just change my bottoms into both undies and bottoms until I can shower. And then obviously I put clean clothes on again. So that's what's worked for me, if anybody wanted to know. All right. Now, I think that, so I'm not giving those, the pajamas to Donnie for Christmas. I'll probably just, it probably won't be a present. It's something I swap out. His not when we're out of the Christmas PJs. But now we're getting into gift stuff. So, these look enormous. Are his feet really that big? I got the kids. They're having a rest. I don't want them to hear, but I got them slippers and robes. Oh my gosh, I can't. Look how cute these are. Okay, what do you see? Let's open this guy up. Oh yeah, and some of Cece's birthday presents came too. Let's see. I don't have Cece's slippers yet. I think those are coming. Actually, I think those are supposed to come today. But you can imagine I went with a theme for each kid, so hers will match her robe. This is so soft. A lot of people have commented over the years how my children are always barefoot in my house. You guys, I've encouraged them over the years to wear socks. I've bought them slippers. They've never really, they just like being barefoot. When they were like learning how to walk, I did encourage them to be barefoot, especially Cece, because we had to work with her on walking a little bit extra. And that's what her physical therapist recommended, was to do it all barefoot. And then when Donnie was born, I was like, well, I'm doing the same thing, because it's just so much better traction and they can feel what they're doing, and I keep my house pretty clean, so I'm not worried about that. But it's stuck with them, and they just prefer it. Even though they see me wearing slippers, and they like to put my slippers on and like kind of run around and play with them. They've been doing that more lately, so that's why I got them slippers this year. Anyway, I don't have her slippers to show you, but they match, essentially, more or less. They're not like from the same company, but this is all from Amazon. I'll link it as well. Curious, it was all pretty, relatively well priced. Look at this. It's got a tail. I can't. Oh my gosh, these are so soft. Does this one have a tail? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. These are so soft. I think they're really gonna like these. So those are for them. And then for Cece's birthday, I think I shared in an earlier Vlogmas that I got her some makeup. So I got her, she really likes this like changing sequins. I don't know what we call them, but look, when you flip this one, it's a unicorn, and when you flip it back, it's a rainbow. So I got her that to put her makeup in, and then I got her a little mirror for her room. I was gonna get her a bigger vanity piece, and I still might, but I want to see if she's like really into it. Isn't that cute? So I thought to put on her counter, and then if she gets really into it, I might get her a child-sized vanity. I just don't want to overcrowd her room with furniture, so she has room in there to like do her thing, you know? But I thought this was a nice kind of way to start seeing if we're really into getting dolled up and stuff. With my kids, you know, I just kind of follow their lead with stuff that they're interested in, and then the things that they continue to show interest in, then we can, you know, we invest a little more time and thought into those things, but they try everything out that appeals to them. All right, I brought you in a little bit closer so we could chat for a minute. Can you tell, like, that I look kind of half dead today? I'm tired. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and complain to you, because I'm absolutely loving filming and editing and posting and commenting Vlogmas, and it's honestly, it's been kind of a surprise, because my content definitely has been something that I have in the priority list. It's been, you know, kids, me, content. And for the past, you know, while now, really, since I started having babies. And now that, not that the priority list has changed, but I think that my attitude towards content and sharing with you guys is shifting more in favor of more. That was redundant. It's shifting in favor of just sharing more lately, because I feel like I have a lot of ground emotionally. I feel like I have a good routine with the kids, and a good balance, and I'm in a place, and I tend to go in and out of phases with this, where I feel really, really good about it. And when you share it in this way on the internet, you have to feel really good about it to put yourself out there, to be honest. But yeah, it is catching up to me. I'm not gonna sit here, like, I don't wanna complain, because I don't feel, I'm really like excited and exhilarated and like motivated by it, but it's, you know, it's an effort, and I'm tired, and it's the holidays, and it's this crazy year. We are all tired. Aren't we all tired? Are we all tired? Raise your hands in the comments if you are tired today. Like, I'm gonna guess it's pretty much all of you. The thing I wanted to address was something that came up in my video from 2 days ago. And honestly, when I was editing it, I was like, oh man, I should have addressed this when I was editing this, because I knew somebody was gonna point it out at least. And it's something that I noticed too, but I didn't. But I'm gonna address it now. So I think it was a day or two before that in the video, I mentioned that I was going to be incorporating, and have been incorporating, my children less and in my content, and in different ways, where it's less face on, and I'm even more particular about what I share. And then I went ahead and posted that video where my kids were in a lot of that video. But if you take a close look at that video, it's a pretty short video. I think it's only like 11 or 12 minutes. It's mostly me. You see my face a lot. You see Donnie's face a little bit. You really don't see Cece's face at all. You see their little hands, and you hear the little voices. And you hear me interacting with them and them in the background and stuff. But the focus of the video is not on them. And that's shifting for me. That's been kind of a natural progression, especially, now that Cece's almost 5. I'm definitely just putting her face less on there. And that's not to say that they're never on my social media. Like, I put them in my stories, from time to time. But I'm also very selective about that. I would say I'm slightly less selective about that because the stories only last for 24 hours. And yes, I know people can, screen record them or whatever. But the truth is, like, I feel like that's much different than me putting a video on the internet that's gonna live there in eternity. That's intentionally there to last. But I still want to share my life as a mom with you, and I love my children. I love being on the camera, and I want to share them in a way that just feels good, and that's going to shift. That's not going to be the same now. It's definitely not the same now as it was even a year ago or 6 months ago or 2 months ago. It's going to shift, and I am just embracing those changes and shifting along with it. So yeah, it's I understand how that might have come off like a little confusing, misleading for me to say one day, oh, I'm changing how I'm showing my kids, and then I put up a video where my kids are in it. But I think if you were paying really close attention, you would notice those subtle shifts. They're definitely intentional on my part. And again, I'm gonna, I just follow my gut on that. I follow my instincts, and that's what my instincts say. So yeah, I am a mom. Like, that's my number one thing in my life, is I am mommy. And my content is about my life. And to me, it's something that I want to continue to share, but I'm going to shift that as needed. And like I said, it will continue to shift with time in a way that feels good to me. And honestly, that's going to look very different from what other people do or think or say or feel, like, because you can only do what feels right to you in your life. And please know that I am aware of everything that I can be aware of in terms of my children's safety, and I'm doing my best to protect them while also following my passion and doing what I can do. I never knew what I could do that I would be good at in terms of something that would be a career for me, you know, and however you want to define that word. But it's what I do for a living. Let's just say that I feel good doing what I do. And I will continue to find new ways as time goes on to honor what feels good in what I share, because that's the content that's the only content I want to put out. I don't want to put anything out that I'm like questioning or not sure about or don't want to, you know, or like don't actually want to share. So that's that. Anyway, you guys, this says Dr. Unicorn on it. What? Dr. Unicorn. It's a robe. I don't get it. A doctor. Anyway, I'm gonna, I think I'm actually gonna end the video here so I can get a jump on the edit and try to get myself to bed a little bit earlier tonight. But I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah. It's only a few days left, isn't that? I haven't wrapped any of my children's presents, by the way. Gotta get on that. Maybe that's what I should be doing tonight instead of sleeping. Week of Christmas. Do any moms sleep the week of Christmas? I'm not sure. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all doing as well as possible, and that you're all finding pockets of rest and peace and comfort and joy where you can. I am sending you lots of love, lots of pixie dust for a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.